everybody. Today it is my first video on this channel, and seeing as it's Warriors Madness, I am going to talk about the Warriors games, what I like, what I don't like. Go through all the characters like I'm doing now, and later on go through them in a bit more detail. What the part was in the whole Sengoku Jedi, and well, more pretty much. As you can see, I've separated the characters from Samurai Warriors 4 and Spirit of Sanada in there too. Basically, it is what I think of the character, the weapons, and how they loot. The not needed section is what I'm going to go through first, and these are characters that might be fun to play as and entertaining in the game, but in the whole context of the period, they didn't really do much. If they weren't playable characters, they wouldn't really be missed. I am doing this off memory, and some of these characters I have forgotten the names of, so yeah. Might get me just saying this guy's a friend of this guy's and stuff like that. But to start things off, we're gonna go with the not needed. The reason it's already set up is because I did this before and then someone came in and deleted it, and I can't be bothered doing it all again, so I'm just gonna do it already set up. So the first character is Goemon. Now, he was a ninja that robbed from the daimyo in the Sengoku Jedi period of Japan, but he was caught and burnt alive by Hideyoshi in a pot, if I remember that correctly. He has a terrible weapon, terrible design. I don't think they've changed him from when he was first introduced, and like I said, he's not really needed. He didn't participate in any of the big battles. So then we have Kojiro Sasaki. I will butcher names as well, that's proven. His family was a lord in Kyushu, and they got basically destroyed. Rumours were that he died, but he didn't. He changed his look. This is the game's version. I don't know if it is like this in real life, but as far as I know, he didn't participate in any of the battles. I could be wrong, but yeah, if he didn't come back, I wouldn't really be that bothered. Then we have Kishosho or something like that. I actually don't know anything about this character. I know in the game she's portrayed as the maid of misfortune, and any guy that comes into contact with her basically loses, apart from Motochika. So yeah, very fun to play as, but not really a big part of the actual era. Then we have Lady Hawakawa. Is that how you pronounce her name? Yeah, I don't like her. But she's apparently one of the Hojo, something to do with the Hojo. I think it's a daughter of Ujiyasu or something like that. I'm pretty sure that, to be honest, she could be left out for all I care. Then we have Musashi Miyamoto, who basically fights Sasaki, and he is meant to be the best duelist in Japan around that time, but the thing he did was duels, not battles. So he never lost a single duel, apparently. Stick him up against the Tadakatsu or someone, he probably would have lost. So I don't think he was even in error. But yeah, not really. Wouldn't really miss him. Okuni is a terrible character. She uses an umbrella to attack people. And in Samurai Warriors 2, I think she was introduced. She was basically a shrine maiden, trying to find a shrine. That's it. She ended up in battles because she was trying to find a shrine. Then there's Kotaro Fuma, who is the Hojo ninja. To be honest, he's the only ninja in these games that I don't like. And he basically apparently has stretchy arms. He does stuff for the Hojo. They got conquered. Then I don't have a clue what happened to him, whether he died or whether he lived on. Now, this guy, I don't know his name. Well, I know his name, but I can't pronounce it. He's either a friend or retainer or something of Hidetada. Is that right? No. Oh, I forgot his name too. He calls himself the greatest villain. This dude. Because he does everything for him until he betrays the Order and dies. Basically, he's just a carry along. Apparently, he fought for the Tokugawa after, but don't hold me to that because I think he was just added for the sake of another character rather than do someone who actually contributed to the era and the history. They just threw him in. I could be wrong again, but he is fun to play. I actually play as him quite a bit. But other than that, I wouldn't really miss him. And then you have Lady Maru, I think her name is, from Spirit of Sanada. Now, I don't know why she's on this, because she isn't a playable character. You can't use her in a battle, even when you're messing around. She's just there to contribute to the Sanada story, because they had an older sister. But yeah, she's probably not going to be involved in any other ones anyway, so that's pretty much why she's just been thrown down there. Then we move on to the bad. Now the bad is the fact that I never used the character, and the weapons poor, basically. I would change near enough everything about him, which is why I will do more videos on the characters and probably get to know all of the names, but that's why this guy's here. He fought for the Miyoshi, and when the Oda beat them, he went and served under Nobunaga, and then he betrayed Nobunaga because of reasons. According to the game, he was the reason behind Nagamasa and Mitsuhide both betraying the Oda. He was also the reason for the surrounding, like the Kyoshu, the Miyamoto, the Saika, and the Asakura all ganging up on him, on the Oda, that is. That's probably not how it worked in history, but that's the reason they've gone with in the Samurai Warriors, and yeah, I just don't like anything about him. Then we have Hanbei Takanaga. Pretty much, he fought for the Saito. Didn't like serving under Tatsuki, and I'm pretty sure he betrayed them to join the Oda, along with Kanbei Kuroda, and they both decided to fight under Hideyoshi. Not Nobunaga, Hideyoshi, who was a retainer at the Oda anyway, so I don't like the weapons. I know that's not very popular, but I don't like the designs. They both got, all three of them that I've just mentioned, they've got reworked designs for Samurai Warriors 5, and they all pretty much look better. And the Hano Hanbei has the same weapon, or it looks like he's got the same weapon. But other than that, yeah, they're just bad in my opinion, along with Ieyasu Tokugawa, who ended up ruling Japan in the end for a year, and then he died in 1615. But pretty much Ieyasu, from the start to the end, was a subordinate under someone else. Started off under the Imagawa, then he was a loyal, I don't know if he was a vassal or just an ally of the Oda. And then when Nobunaga died, he fought Hideyoshi, and Hideyoshi, I don't know if he beat him or they just came to an arrangement. Then when Hideyoshi died, he beat Mitsunari and the Toyotomi and ruled Japan for a year. His weapon, terrible. His design, terrible. Again, in Samurai Warriors 5, much better. Mitsunari Ishida is basically the guy who went up against Tokugawa, fought for the Toyotomi at the Battle of Sekigahara, and got his ass kicked. He had the numbers and the officers, but because of one of the clans betrayed him for the Tokugawa, he lost and died. Yep, I've never liked playing as him since Samurai Warriors 2, and he's not in the 5th one, but I can see him coming back as DLC, or the expansion, whether it's Extreme Legends or something else again, where they go through Hideyoshi's story, or like the second half with Tokugawa takeover. But yeah, he's done. Then you have Montanari's son, third son. Is it Kabayakawa? I know he's got some of that in front of it, but some Kabayakawa. I don't know what you want me to say about this dude. He just fights in the battle his dad does. Contributes to the conquest of Shikoku and Kyushu. And then at the Battle of Sekigahara, he's retired, so he's also in the battles when Hideyoshi attacks. When Hideyoshi is attacking them for Nobunaga. I don't know his history all that well, but he's terrible. He's got a better look in Samurai Warriors 5 and a better weapon as well. So, yeah. Then we have Katsuyori Takeda and Shingen. Shingen took control of the Takeda clan when he did a coup against his father, and then he expanded the Takeda's domain a lot. Went to the Azai and Asakura's side in an anti-Oda alliance, defeated Ieyasu, and then fell ill and died. When Shingen died, the Takeda started to fall apart, and Katsuyori tried to get the Takeda back on track, went to fight Ieyasu. Nobunaga brought rifles, and they got decimated, and Katsuyori got caught and killed, and that was the end of the Takeda. Shingen has never been good from the first game. He's always needed a change, and if you've seen him in Samurai Warriors 5, you would know he is looking like a badass. And Katsuyori is, as far as I can tell, there's 4 more characters to be announced, and he's not been announced yet, so I don't think he will. But he uses a generic sword. No, it's a spear, sorry. A generic spear from the random officers. He's not the best. His design is okay, but could be better. That's why they're there. Then we have a retainer of the Uesugi. Cat. I can't. They could have put easier names in. I know it's Naoe. Just basically loyal to the Uesugi. To be honest, he could be down in the not needed, but he is a big part of the Uesugi clan, and stays loyal to him to the end. So yeah, he could do with a redesign if they bring him back. You have Ranmaru Mori, who they kind of let go in Samurai Warriors 4. Doesn't really play a big part. He basically gives his life to defend the Oda at Honnoji, and dies in the process. He's loyal to the Oda to the last breath, even though he is completely different to Nobunaga. Yeah, they need to give him more of a story if they're going to bring him back in 5, which I don't think they've announced him yet. Nagamasa is just the leader of the Azai, marries Nobunaga's sister, allies with him until he attacks the Asakura, remains loyal to his ally, the Asakura, attacks the Oda, and pays for it with his life. Other than that, he has got the design changes that he needs in Samurai Warriors 5. So we'll just have to see how any of these characters play out. Yeah, his design's been stupid up until 5. So then we have Hidetada Tokugawa? Basically the same as Katsuyori. Generic sword for him though. Yeah, I know they've just added him as a playable character, and he's not one of the main guys, but you can still fight him, and it's not good. I don't know what else you want me to say about that. Yeah, he needs a complete rework if they want to bring him back. And then we have Yoshimoto Imagawa. Now, in 1, 2, 3, and 4, looks like a clown, always going on about Katamari. Yeah, he hasn't changed a bit since he was introduced. His weapon just feels like a generic sword with his Musu attack being a Katamari bar. Now, everybody, including me, when they saw him in the Samurai Warriors 5, thought to themselves, holy shit, this guy is a beast, who is he? And when we all found out it was Yoshimoto, we all jaw drops. Oh, he looks, I want to play as him, no joke. He uses a hammer like Yoshihiro Shimazu. Not as big, I don't think. And he has the samurai sword because he's a samurai. He just looks badass. I can't wait to play as him. And that's all for this video. I'm gonna do the okay and best in another video to split it up a bit, but I hope you enjoyed. If you don't agree with anything that I've said, or you do, if you have any comments, leave them down below, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.